Let's start from the moment you wake up, because the first thing you do sets the trajectory for every thought, decision, and focus block that follows. See the sun. Before coffee, TikTok, or Snapchat, step outside and let the sun punch your eyeballs. Not literally, but seriously, your brain is begging for natural light the moment you wake up. Within the first 30 minutes of opening your eyes, your brain is scanning the environment for one signal. Is it daytime or nah? And when it doesn't get that light input, your internal clock starts drifting like a Netflix binge on a Tuesday night, or last night for some of you. But give it just 5 to 10 minutes of sun exposure, no sunglasses, and something magical happens. Cortisol spikes. Serotonin gets a boost and your body begins syncing its entire system to the real-world rhythm of the sun. This sets off a chain reaction. You feel more alert now, you'll sleep deeper later, and your circadian rhythm, which controls everything from hunger to hormones to mental clarity, locks into its natural groove. It's basically nature's way of booting up your brain's operating system for the day. Miss it, and you're running yesterday's firmware. Foggy, sluggish, and moody. Bonus points if you stand there like a manifesting wizard, palms open, soaking in light like you're charging your soul. Because in a way, you actually are. The silent start. Still haven't spoken yet? Perfect. Let's keep it that way. No yelling at the group chat because your friend thinks LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. Just enjoy the silence. See, in the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking, your brain's prefrontal cortex, the magical chunk behind your forehead that handles logic and decision making, is still powering up. You need to give it space. Think of it like this. You don't wake up and deadlift 300 pounds right away. You stretch and warm up. Same goes for your mind. And silence is the ultimate mental warm-up. It reduces sensory input, calms down the amygdala, your stress center, and gives your thoughts space to form before the world floods in with noise and nonsense. Silent mornings are 100% strategic. Give your brain that buffer. Speak later, when your thoughts are sharp enough to actually be worth saying. Prayer or meditation. Now sit your brain down. 10 minutes. Eyes closed. No scrolling or talking. Just breathe. This isn't about becoming a monk or floating 6 inches off the floor. It's about creating space between your thoughts and you. Because when you pause like this, whether it's meditation or prayer for my fellow Jesus believers, you're rewiring your brain in real time. Prayer and meditation both activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that says, you're safe. You can think clearly now. More focus, less reactivity. And if you pray, that's just as powerful. Because prayer isn't just spiritual, it's psychological. It grounds you, recenters your identity, and aligns your mind with something bigger than whatever nonsense TikTok is throwing at you today. 10 minutes. That's it. Just quiet. Attention. Presence. Think of it as brushing your brain before the day tries to throw dirt all over it. Here's a great piece of scripture to start your day. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God gave us a spirit not of fear but of power and love and self-control. The cold shocker. Optional but powerful. The cold shower. Yeah, it sucks. But it activates norepinephrine, a brain-boosting chemical that sharpens focus and lifts your mood. It's like natural Adderall, minus the crash. It also builds mental toughness because who wants to willingly put their body in cold water? Only crazy people like you and me. If you can handle a cold shower, you can handle Karen from accounting. Shout out to Karen. The 90-minute brain blast. All right. Now your brain's warmed up. Time to put it to work. Here's the rule. Whatever your hardest, deepest, most mentally demanding task is, do that first. Not emails or texts. Set a timer for 90 minutes with absolutely no distractions. Your brain runs in ultradian rhythms, natural focus cycles that peak every 90 minutes. This is your biological flow state, the golden window where your mental horsepower is at its max. Your attention is sharper, your creativity's hotter, and your working memory actually works. But here's the thing. Once you go past that 90-minute mark without rest, your cognitive performance starts dropping faster than Noah Lyles on the track. That's when people start doom scrolling. This is what we call the danger zone. So here's the winning formula. 90 minutes on, full focus, 15 minutes off. The walk that makes you smarter. Now, step away. Literally. Get up, go outside and walk for 20 minutes. No headphones, just you, your feet, and your thoughts. When you move, especially in nature, something magical happens in your brain. It switches from task mode to what's called the default mode network. Sounds boring, but it's actually your mind's creative command center. It's the space where ideas pop up out of nowhere, problems get quietly solved, and you suddenly remember the name of your 3rd grade teacher for no reason. And bonus, walking also increases blood flow to your brain and literally grows your hippocampus. That's the part responsible for memory, learning, and keeping you from walking into a room and forgetting why you went in there. The point is, movement isn't lazy. It's IQ cardio. While most people crash after work sessions and drown in dopamine sludge, you're recharging your brain like it's an iPhone on 2% battery. Just walk. Let your thoughts wander and let your brain do its thing in the background. Brain food and not brain fog. All right, it's feeding time. But listen closely. You can't expect premium mental performance while fueling your body with hot Cheetos and double cheeseburgers. What you eat literally becomes your thoughts. So if you're stuffing in garbage, don't be shocked when your brain starts buffering mid-sentence. Want sharper focus, better memory, and stable energy instead of the 2 p.m. crash that makes you question your life choices? Feed your brain like it runs a Fortune 500 company. Omega-3s. Think wild-caught salmon, eggs, or walnuts. These are your brain's favorite building blocks. Polyphenols, found in berries, leafy greens, and yes, a little dark chocolate. Antioxidants, baby. Complex carbs, quinoa, sweet potatoes, lentils. These give you stable, clean-burning fuel, not a sugar roller coaster. These are just a few examples, but you know what's good and what's bad, guys, am I right? If you eat a lot of beef or chicken, make sure to do 100% grass-fed or pasture-raised. Think quality. And how you eat matters just as much as what you eat. Multitasking during meals spikes cortisol, blocks proper digestion, and ruins nutrient absorption. It also makes you forget what you even ate, which is why you're mysteriously hungry again an hour later. So slow down. Be present. This isn't some spiritual food ritual, it's neuroscience, because the more presence you bring to your meal, the more power you give your brain. The midday nap. Feeling foggy after lunch? That's your brain waving a white flag. Don't fight it. You're just making your brain worse. Take a quick nap. Yes, permission granted. Not for 2 hours. I'm talking a power nap. Set a timer for 25 minutes. That's the sweet spot. Long enough to reboot your brain. Short enough to avoid that, who am I and what year is it? Grogginess. Power naps improve memory consolidation. So what you learned this morning actually sticks. They boost alertness, like a Red Bull without the heart palpitations. And they regulate your emotions so you don't Hulk smash your inbox after 3 p.m. Just close your eyes and let your brain hit reset. The amazing learning window. Okay, it's 5 p.m. The day's winding down. Your brain's tired, but not done. This is the danger zone, the moment where most people default to binge watching Netflix. I'm guilty of this as well, but not you. Not today, because this window is prime time for learning. And no, I don't mean forcing yourself to read a textbook on economic theory from 1973. I mean picking something you're genuinely curious about, even if it's how whales sleep. Because when you learn what fascinates you, your brain goes into high voltage mode. Curiosity lights up the brain's reward system, the same one that responds to chocolate, praise, or getting 28 likes on a photo you almost didn't post. And here's the crazy part. When your curiosity is fired up, your brain not only retains information better, it also absorbs unrelated info that happens to show up at the same time. That's neuroplasticity in action. Your brain literally becomes more flexible, adaptable, and efficient just because you followed your interests. So instead of numbing your brain with another rerun, open a new tab, grab a weird book, or fall down a YouTube rabbit hole that leaves you smarter than when you started. The gratitude flash. Before your head hits the pillow at night, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Just 60 seconds, a notepad, and the willingness to stop treating wins like they don't count unless they're massive. When you reflect on what's working, you activate your brain's serotonin pathways. Those are your natural feel-good circuits. Stress goes down, mood goes up, and your mind starts scanning the world for what's right instead of obsessing over what's wrong. Most people go to bed mentally doom scrolling their own day. What I didn't do, what went wrong, what I should have said. And then they wonder why they wake up already overwhelmed. Gratitude flips that script. It tells your brain, hey, look for progress, not perfection. And the brain listens, because repetition rewires reality. The secret habit that ruins it all. Okay, remember that one habit I brought up at the beginning of the video? It's poor sleep. You could meditate, eat salmon, and sunbathe with monks, but if you're sleeping 4 hours and scrolling till 2 a.m., none of it matters. Sleep is when your brain detoxes, rewires, and files your memories. Sleep poorly and your brain's like a cluttered desk with no folders. So respect your sleep like it's a job. 7 to 9 hours, no screens an hour before, dim lights and chill music. If you only do one of these habits, I would do this one. Remember, you don't need to do everything tomorrow. Start with one habit, make it stick, then stack another. So which habit are you starting today?